Two things, all right, so the two things I want to talk about is intensity and competitiveness, right? You have to have both of those two to be good at martial arts. There's just no other way around it. So you guys are training in martial arts, you go to the gas station, someone jumps your ass, right? And this is a criminal. This is someone who is a professional at breaking the law and hurting people, right? It's what this individual does. And they want to hurt you to take your wallet, take your car, take whatever the fuck you have, your life. They give zero shits. If you do not match their intensity, you will get your ass kicked. There is no fucking way around that. The willingness to want to defeat that person has to have a little bit of competitive drive. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, well, yeah, today, fuck it. You know, I'm just, happy, loving hippie, and all this kind of shit. If I die, I die, whatever. That's just the way it's supposed to be. Well, okay, well, what the hell are you training for then? I mean, if you're really rolling the dice to the idea that, well, that's just the way it is, and fuck it. Well, you don't need training then. Just go about your life. And the way it's going to be is the way it's going to be. You don't have to fucking kick your ass all the damn time coming in the dojo if you don't have that right? Right. So what can you do in training to aid that? When we bow in, generally speaking here at the Budo Ryu, I can't speak for every other school, but when we bow in, we always do Kihon, your basics. I understand that the majority of people come in, you guys aren't stretched out yet, you're a little tight, you get off work, you got a lot on the mind, you're trying to just, get loose, get going. I get that. But once you get going, those combinations need to be fast and quick. That's what this is for. Technical, fast, and quick. That's what this is. If I have 4 people in the room and everyone does, Kazami Gyaku Kokomi at the same time, and they range between, 27 and 57, there's a fucking problem. There's a massive problem if we have people from 27 to 57 lined up here and everyone does at the same time. That means everyone's going through the motions. They're not really here to make themselves better. You know what I mean? You have to make yourself better. Have to. I can't do it for you. I can give you the opportunity. I can give you direction. I can give discipline. I can give you the opportunity at discipline, right? I can give you the opportunity to do the technique and to train in the technique, but you have to take it upon yourself to do the output, right? So when you're doing the things, you have to do that. When you're hitting the bags, you got to hit the bags hard enough to where it will condition yourself. If you're hitting the bags at the same intensity of you doing the technique in the air, there's a damn problem. Because you're not conditioning your body to be able to do it. I mean, you were at a pillow on your fucking hand, they're holding a fucking pillow, and then you're like, well, what the fuck are you wearing a goddamn glove for? They can just patty cake the shit. You know what I mean? Like, hit the fucking bag. Because when you hit something, you're jarring your joints, you're jarring your body, and that soft connective tissue, the tendons, the ligaments, the all that kind of stuff, the cartilage, the soft tissue that's in between each joint, you're pounding it, and your body's getting used to that jarring. What if you don't ever jar the goddamn thing? Then what happens? Biff comes up to fuck with you at the goddamn gas station, pulls out his bullshit knife, or whatever the fuck he's doing, and then you try to hit him hard, and now you fucking sprained your wrist, or you sprained your elbow, or fucked up your shoulder, all because you're not training properly. Alright? Now there are times where we don't go fast and hard. Like an example, kata, or whenever we're doing katas, or we're doing drills, or we're doing waza, or when you're working, that kind of thing. But there are 3 areas of training where that rule needs to throw a fucking thing out. When we're doing Kihon, that means you're trying to make sure that you're always technique good, but you're looking for speed and quickness. When you're doing your bag work, and I think we can all admit, if I throw punches in the air with 0 resistance, that should be my fastest punch, right? You should be able to throw a punch in the air faster with no resistance than having resistance. Yeah? Okay. So when we're doing this, it should be fast, quick, good technique. You're looking at speed and quickness. When we're doing bags, that's your opportunity for power and strength. Horsepower. Hit the goddamn thing. The reason we want to hit the bag like that is because you can't hit your training partner as hard as you can a bag. You know what I mean? And I know you get all these goddamn MMA schools and kickboxing schools and all this shit, and they're like, oh yeah, full contact kickboxing, full contact boxing, full contact MMA, you know what I mean? Okay, whatever. Got all these fucking inflated egos and dicks all in the same goddamn gym, you know, running about. And that's fine. Maybe they have this full contact thing going on. But even if you're at this, you know, very masculine, tough MMA, full contact, you know, full contact kickboxing, full contact, whatever, they still should be hitting the bag harder than they're hitting their training partner. So when you're hitting the bags, you should have strength and power. When you guys are doing the sparring, you should be working on the intensity of trying to be intense and competitive. Everything, we have all these different types of things in our personality. We all have pros and cons, we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, we all have things that we're good at, we all have things that we're bad at, we all have demons in the closet that we're fucking with every single day. You know, all of us have all of those things. To sit there and say someone's perfect or someone's great at this or great at that, it's bullshit. Everyone's working on something. Martial arts is an opportunity to use martial arts as an expression to get that shit out, right? And when you look at martial arts, yeah, the training's for a lot of things, health and fitness and flexibility and self-defense and techniques and history and tradition and weapons and all this stuff. But the things in our life that we have to protect, it's giving you the opportunity to train in those things, to be able to protect those things. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the black belt that can't step up to the plate. You don't go so fast you're fucking up your technique, so it's always good technique, but do it in a way that you're getting better. And that's what I mean by pushing yourselves. Push the envelope. Don't get caught up doing the same thing at the same pace, at the same always, because then you're going nowhere. When you're doing your exercises and all these kind of things, we're lifting weights, we're doing chin-ups and squats and whatever we're doing, whatever the fuck we're doing. We got the bench press over here or whatever. What doesn't really make shit. You know, it would always be competitive. Like, okay, how many reps do I got to get those reps? It's always going to be tough. That's what a workout means. It's not a work in. It's a workout. It's fucking hard, right? If it was easy, everyone can do it. The problem is, and I know this part's going to sound a little harsh. And I'm not trying to, you know, not directed towards specifically anyone here, but this part's going to be a little harsh. But when you're working out, let's say you're doing squats, right? So you got the bar on your back and you're knocking out squats. And let's say we get to like 6, 7, 8, right in there. Starts to burn. So then you stop. Shake them out of it. You get another 5. Well, then what the fuck you stop for? The burning is when it's working. You know what I mean? I mean, the way you break down muscle cells, the oxygen has to deplete from the muscle cell, which breaks down the mitochondria or the myofibril. And then from there, you can then, once the muscle cell breaks and the oxygen depletes, you can then transfer in androgen triphosphate, which will then help muscular growth if you put in enough protein to the cell. So why in the hell, if you know if it's quote-unquote burning, it's working, why would you stop when it's burning? When you know you got to do 15, right? If I say, okay guys, 15 reps, and you get to 8 and it's burning, so you shake them out, and then you do 7. What the fuck would you do that for? The 7 doesn't count, because those 7 wasn't burning. Do you catch what I'm saying? That's like, or when you guys are lifting heavy, there's a point where it's like, oh, I did 3 heavy ones. Oh, here it comes. Well, the point is to push yourself through those hard times. Because, and maybe you guys don't know this. So if you guys don't know this next part, one, I'll be shocked if you don't. But if you don't, let me tell you something that I hope to God you already know. The bastard on the street has the advantage. I promise you, they will be bigger. They will be stronger. Okay? They will have a tactical advantage. They will have an advantage in numbers. They'll have an advantage of terrain. You know, whatever gas station you decide to get jumped at, I guarantee you the bastard that jumps you at that gas station has been at that gas station way more than you. That's why they feel comfortable breaking the law there, because they know the terrain. And if they choose you over all the other bastards that's walking around, that means they think you're prey. Right? The rabbit doesn't attack the lion. Why? Because the rabbit gonna get the ass whooped. It's gonna die. Predators and prey, that's the way it works in all animals on this earth. That is the exact. I mean, I think we've all seen like what's that fish with the teeth in it? You know what I mean? Piranha. We've all seen piranhas, right? Think a piranha's gonna take out a great white? Fuck no. Why? It's just a little goddamn. It isn't gonna happen. There's no fucking way. But you put piranha in a bunch of little minnows. Oh, it's the biggest, baddest thing in the world, right? Sometimes in the dojo, those kind of that idea can happen, where everyone's training together and everyone, you know, we're all family. We all love each other. No one is here trying to hurt each other. We're all trying to make ourselves better. But we don't want to get to the, you know, the little dog mentality. And we call it the little dog mentality. You guys know what I mean by that? Go out for a walk. I walk my dog. It's always the little dogs yapping. You ever notice that? It's always the fucking ankle biters. It's always the goddamn chihuahuas. Have you ever noticed everybody on the internet run their fucking mouth about how they know everything, they know this, that, and the other? Got an Amazon gift card, goddamn library card. They own every fucking book in the goddamn world, but they can't do shit. They can't get the fat ass up and do anything. Scrawny, anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, can't do 10 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. You know those fucking idiots? Keyboard warriors, real badasses behind the screen talking shit all the time on YouTube. They don't go to a school because they got their ass whooped, but they can talk a lot of shit when they're on the internet. You know, that's little dog syndrome. When you take a dog for a walk, it's always the little dogs yapping. Every fucking time. Never a big dog. It ain't a Rottweiler. You go around the block, you see a Rottweiler, I'm walking my dog, me and Gabby go out for a walk. Me and Gabby turn the corner, big ass fucking Rott. You know what a Rottweiler does? Woo. It just fucking stares at your ass all hard. And, you know what I mean? It ain't saying, maybe a little, woo. But it ain't fucking yapping. Then you go down one more block and here's two little fucking beagles and a goddamn chihuahua. Can't shut the fuck up. Can't shut the fuck up. Why? Because they think being louder makes them bigger. And at the end of the day, that piranha having ass ain't gonna take out a great white. Yeah? So we're training. Come on in here, Heath. You're over there on the back end of this. You should get a full experience here. I'm on a roll, man.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
YouTube's probably loving this shit. So anyway, when you're training, you guys, I get it that we're all here to help each other out, but you guys are here to make yourself better. So don't ever not, in every single class, try to figure out a way to make yourself better, make yourself stronger. If you lift weights, if it's a day we're lifting weights, and then the next day or two you're not sore, there's a problem. You didn't push yourself hard enough. It's not like I ain't giving you damn workouts to do. When you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're always doing those things. When you're doing push-ups, and you guys are doing, like, you know, prison push-ups, you know what I mean? Where you're kind of little one-ups, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't touching your chest up and down, da-da-da-da. Call them prison push-ups. You know where they go all the way down, they're like, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? I could do 50 push-ups, and they're moving like 1 fucking inch. Like that? Yeah, prison push-ups, that's fine. You know, okay, fine, whatever the fuck. But once you get done doing 50 prison push-ups one time and you feel good about yourself, next time just try to do 10 good ones. See what happens when you gotta go all the way down, touch the chest, and then go all the way back up. You'd be surprised at how much more muscle you will get by just busting your own ass. The thing is, we always get the young ones in here, and then they come in, and they quit, and they leave, and you get another young one in here, and then he quits, and he leaves. You get another one in here, and there's an asshole, so I gotta tell him to go, because, you know, one bad apple does fuck the whole group up, so fuck out. I'm too old to deal with it. Y'all know that. I don't know if I was nicer in my 20s or what, but I know in my 40s I'm pretty quick on the draw and shit. It's like, sorry, sweetheart, your ass gotta go. We ain't doing this shit today. But my thing is we got to be able to push. You have to push yourself to get to where you want to be. And everything in life. You can't win the fucking lottery without getting off your ass and buying a ticket. Like, think about that. You get the old saying, you see those motivational posters. Well, at least growing up in high school, we always had those motivational posters in some 1975, you know, track runner like this, wearing the fucking nut huggers up here like that, and the socks all the way up to the knees, you know, go after it type of thing. Okay, so there's your goddamn motivational speech, but even if you look at that board and you see that, like, go after it. You can't win the lottery unless you go buy the fucking ticket. It's not like you just wake up one day and be like, fuck, I won the lottery. No, you gotta earn $1, and then you gotta go buy the ticket. And then you gotta go see if you got won the goddamn lottery. Like, there's a process. You know what I mean? And if you have to put in that much work just to buy a lottery ticket, well, fuck, you gotta do a lot more to be stronger. You gotta do a lot more to be faster. You gotta do a lot more work to be quicker. You gotta do work to be more intense. You gotta do a lot more work to be more competitive. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Because the person that's trying to hurt you, and it doesn't, I mean, obviously as a martial arts school, you guys know I don't always use this grotesque fucking, gas station, someone's up with a knife or a gun and blah, 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 When the camera's rolling and it says record, then okay, we're always trying to make a self-defense. But let's be honest. Everything you guys want in your life, I don't give a shit what it is. Whether it's books, videos, games, friends, cars, women, whatever the fuck, right? No matter what the fuck it is, someone else wants it too. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody else wants it too. Like whatever job it is that you want, someone else wants that same job. Why do you get it over someone else? You gotta be competitive. You catch what I'm saying? How would someone else want you? If someone else and you guys are in the running, you gotta be more intense. So it's not just about the self-defense side or the kumite or the sparring or the weight training. It's in every realm of life. You have to be able to match that. And if you don't, the stronger one will prevail. That's the thing. It isn't that, I don't know the exact quote. I know it's some fancy fucking quote, and I really wish I would remember the fucking quote right now. This is part of that video where I probably chop it and put the quote, you know what I mean? But the right one, here's the meat and potatoes of the quote. The one who's right, it doesn't matter. It's the one who's left that matters. You know what I mean? This is truth. Like you always say, history's written by the winner, right? Okay, well that doesn't mean that the one that wrote the goddamn thing was right. They're just the biggest assholes. I mean, goddamn. I think one thing we know now is that the one who writes history, the one who actually wrote the story, was probably the biggest asshole. You know what I mean? Even to this day, we celebrate, well, I don't know what we do, but the country still, you go buy a goddamn calendar, it says Columbus Day on it. The guy's an asshole. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, is that not a historical fact? Maybe my definition of an asshole is different than everybody else's. But I think, rolling up in someone else's back fucking yard, telling them to go fuck themselves, take their house, their yard, and all the kids and everything else they own, is an asshole. You know what I mean? But yet we celebrate that shit because that's what's written down. Yeah? I'm sure you have stories of historical bullshit like that as well, right? Yes, that's right. But my point is everyone that lost the history battle, the war, the battle, the confrontation, the whatever it was, the fight, it's because they couldn't match the intensity. That intensity comes from many different ways. Maybe it's the intensity because it wasn't one-on-one. Maybe it's 1,000 to 1. And maybe it's 1,000 to 1 and you got 100 and they got 10,000 or whatever it is, and you guys got a bunch of 6-shooters and they're over there with automatic weapons. That's still, you're not matching the intensity. When I said they're always going to have the advantage, they will have an advantage. Whether they're bigger than you, they're stronger than you, faster, they're quicker, they know the terrain, they got a weapon, they will have the advantage. So you guys have to always say, I got to push myself more than where you are, because you have to push yourself more than what you are, because even if you face someone that's trying to take your wallet, take your purse, take your car, take wife, kid, whatever, right? It's not just them you have to be better than. It's them plus their knife, plus their gun, plus their friends. And their knowledge of the terrain. And if all you're doing is going through the motions, you're going to get your ass whooped. You know? I know it sucks to say that, doesn't it? Because it's like, well, goddamn, Sensei. It's never enough with you. You're always pushing more. You're always just trying to squeeze a little bit more out of the turnip. Well, yeah, I am. I want the best. I demand excellence. I do. And I know I'm kind of a pain in the ass in that regard. But I do. Because I know it's not fair. Life isn't fair. Training should be harder than anything that happens out there. You know? I promise you I will ride all of your asses harder than anyone else in your life. That I promise. No matter how much I ride your ass, you guys will be prepared. And the ones that leave because they can't take it, well then fuck them then. They can't take it. And then when they get their ass whooped because they look like a badass on their social media profile and they get it handed to them on the street, well then they'll know that I was right.